A lot of college students complain about their lives. But one student you'll never see complain is Muwanika Joby. Muwanika came to OSU from Uganda, leaving behind 3 siblings. By age 13, he had already lost both his parents, and he knew that he couldn't provide for his family and achieve his dream of a college education from home. Still, it was difficult to leave his brother and 2 sisters behind.
They were both excited and sad, but they had to remember that wherever I'm going, I'm not going for myself, but I'm going for them too.
Adversity soon followed Muwanika's arrival in Oklahoma. The man who had initially committed to pay for Muwanika's first semester injured himself in an accident back home and died. Muwanika's chances of having his tuition paid died with him.
The wife told me, now you see, my husband has died and he has a really big family, which big family will need support. We are sorry, we don't think we might be able to pay anything for you.
Just when all hope of funding seemed lost, God brought John and Teresa Britton into Muwanika's life at church.
I found a letter on my room telling me, hey, you have less than 24 hours to evacuate.
He got a phone call from our pastor saying that Muwanika is getting kicked out of the dorms and he needs a place to live. And I said, well, we need a bed. If they can help us get a bed, then he has a place to live. Our pastor took us like the very next day and bought him a bed. And then he moved in the day after that.
Muwanika quickly became the Britton's 3rd son. Teresa Britton remembers the first time he called her mom.
It's like hearing your own little baby, hear you call it. Like, because, my kids said dada first. So that first time they said mama is just, it was that same experience all over again.
Muwanika has now completed 6 semesters at OSU. He has received multiple scholarships through both the International Students Office and the university. He also works for a number of professors as a research assistant to make money to send back home.
You ask him, what are you doing with this paycheck I give you? And he's like, oh, I pay for my food, I pay for my school, but I send money home to my family. And there's not too many people like that. There's not too people that have not only that kind of responsibilities, but that kind of understanding. So I don't think I understood any of that when I met him for the first time.
But even with all the scholarships, that's not enough to cover his tuition. He's currently $10,000 in debt to the university. He'll have to find a way to pay that off before August if he wants to stay in the States.
It'll be difficult to know that you're going to have to say to someone that it's time to go home without your ultimate goal. And for Muwanika, I think it could be a bigger issue for he and his family.
Muwanika is still hopeful that he will find a solution. But even through his current adversity, Muwanika never lets his challenges, past or present, keep him from being happy.
Sometimes life you have to battle with a lot of stuff, but I'm really appreciative. That's why I keep smiling. It's a really sad story. Sometimes I used even not to be able to tell a person my story for more than 5 minutes without crying. But right now, I keep smiling.